Okay, do you hear me now? I think you probably do. And I think you get it now. For some reason, the live stream mixer did something wrong. I think it.
Do you hear me now?
It works now. Yeah, it works now.
Probably do.
I have no idea why this bloody software lost its settings. Okie dokie. I really don't know. I don't know what's going on here, but at least it works now. Why this software loses the settings, that I don't get it. I really don't get why this doesn't work sometimes, and sometimes it does. At least it's fixed now. Do I have someone I haven't played? Dr Crypt. Let's play Dr Crypt. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. And let's go for some chess now. My goodness. Yeah, it was here, the damn audio mixer here, yeah. I don't really know. Why did it ever change? I mean, I never changed the setting. Of course I don't, because it's useless. And yeah, you just lose like 20 minutes of your lifetime with this nonsense. Okay. So, oh, he took with the knight on d4. I didn't really expect that to happen. But okay, I don't mind this. This cannot be that bad for me. Okay, what's the deal? I want to go rook e8, queen c7. Yeah, let's cover the e pawn and queen c7. I also have knight e5. Okay, so he's attacking b7, but I have rook b8, so it's not a huge deal. I think if he takes it. He doesn't. Bishop to d5. Okay. No, I don't think their tech support would have helped. I mean, really not. It's just that sometimes things are weird, and I'm actually not that bad with tech stuff. But yeah, there are just too many possible ways or settings that can be wrong, and I just I checked for the ones that were wrong at the end. That was kind of my last resort, but okay, it worked. It worked. Rents DV, yeah, get your revenge. Yeah, maybe. Okay, knight c6. I saw that move, but I thought it isn't all that great. Yeah, I can also take c6. I can take c4, but my original idea was to just grab here. And well, he takes b8. I take b1, and it feels like I should be up material. Okay, but yeah, I'm just grabbing here, right? Yeah, the thing is, this is a kind of complicated setup, and there are many possible, let's say, switches that can be wrong. And this is the thing. Yeah, you need to check those all. And I checked the ones that were wrong basically at the end. Of course, there is no particular reason why any of those settings should ever be changed. Yeah, but somehow the software has life on its own. It seems something similar happened to me some time ago, when all of a sudden everything was lost, whatever set up, which was extremely strange. Okay, in this game I'm up a piece. Yeah, after Dr Crypt played I think Yeah, knight c6, which didn't work, and now I just have to round up the c5 pawn and win it, which should do the trick here in this position. a5 bishop b4 to get a good anchor for the bishop. Okay. I don't have to put it there, but maybe here, right, to prevent any checks. Now, okay, put this on b4 and then queen to e7. Okay, I can grab it, right? What's the time situation like? It seems like he really, no, he doesn't want to try any time play here. Okay, I'm happy that we are on the road and I can actually play some chess. I've done lots of chess today as usual, like teaching and everything, but I have not yet played a single game. Let's play Patrick. That's a cool name. Like maybe his name is Patrick, but it's the Patrick, the stalemate trick. That's a cool name. So what is the stalemate trick up to? Please don't go for any tricks with stalemates. So the Banco. Wow, queen b3, novelty. Novelty. What are you doing to me here? Novelty on move 4. Okay. So what are we going to do? I can go a6. That probably isn't all that bad. Or queen b6 actually. Maybe just queen to b6. Okay. If I take now, queen takes, that should be kind of okay, right? No, he goes back. Whoa, why didn't he take? Okay. Let's just play normal moves. Wow, that's sophisticated. Okay, I think I just ready myself to take this knight. It's not such a huge deal to give up the takes with the bishop. Okay. He's surprising me every move here. But okay. I'd like, if possible, like him to take so that I have got some control on the light squares. Like here if he takes, queen takes. He doesn't. Okay, I can do, I don't know. I can play knight bd. Okay, I can do that actually. It's not a big deal. Yeah, f4, but I thought that this isn't all that great. Even knight g4 is interesting. Let's go knight g4 here. Deep preparation. Nah, I don't think so. This looks strange. Check. Check. And it's not, he doesn't really have a great answer. I mean, maybe king h1, trying to give the exchange, but yeah, knight f2, he has to grab. Yeah. I guess I have to. Yeah, the bishop here, this is the thing. I'm not so happy that this bishop might be going, but it's an exchange. It's a full exchange. So queen back. And rook c8 is coming. So take now or not? I think, okay, if I take with the queen, I probably will do this. Bishop takes, I can take twice on c4. I think I can take twice. Rook b7, rook d4 should work. Oh, that was quickly played. I thought that I would pick something up here. My time is not good, yeah? My time is not great. So what do I take here? Probably the bishop. The knight doesn't really have great squares now. It looks a little bit like back rank mate is striking. Yeah. Yeah, that was the Banco in a really good version. Thanks for the game, Patrick. Satirica. I haven't played Satirica, and he's really high rated. So yeah, I'm again a little bit sorry for the technical issues, so that have delayed the whole thing. And somehow my face looks weird. That is somehow happened. Yeah, I don't really know why, but it looks strange. Okay, so we have a Dutch here, some Dutch defense, and he goes for the classical variation, which I think is good for white. So let's see what he's playing with knight e4. Very likely this is what they almost all do. Calvito is very strong. Do we have Calvito challenging? I don't know. Or is that this person? Satirica, is that Calvito? No. Okay. So what is he going to play, Satirica? I like the setup here a lot for white. I think black has some problems here. So what to do? I can even just go queen c2, right? He has to take, which cannot be great. Ah, this one. Yeah. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay. It's not ideal, but I think black's position is bad anyway, to be honest. I mean, he's moving the same piece all over again, and it cannot be all that brilliant. So e4, he goes e5, I guess. Okay, let's put this on the d file. Maybe he can get in queen e7 and quick e5. That's possible. It still looks strange to me that he can play like that without development and everything, but maybe he can. Yeah, e5, but how does that work? If I take it, it goes e4 or something. I have knight g5 though. No. Wow. I just take it. Okay, so what's the deal here? Queen h5 maybe, or maybe. Maybe this one looks a little bit strange. But that was my idea. An important thing here is that this is a bloody 3-minute game, so I have to make sure that I'm not losing on time just like that. Position is very good for white, but okay, the time is not all that great. So I forgot about this. I forgot that he can take it. Huh, that's not good. Take. No, that's really not good. And I have no time. It's pretty bad from this completely winning position to now only have this one. It's tough to play for a win here with no time on the clock. I try anyway. Black's position really sucks. This is why I try, but it could go wrong, of course. Maybe I can just... Ah, he has got king f7. I forgot about that move. Rook e8 or something, maybe. I don't know. H pawn is strong. So one on time, and it was a winning position. Nice one. Hui. So that was a bit tough to play for a win with no time, but yeah, I screwed this position up. If I don't blunder g4, it's over quickly. I think this opening is just bad for black, to be honest. To be perfectly honest, I know there are books written about it, but if you look closely, it's just not good at all. Okay, so let's go Toby 04. Wino Spider. We have cool usernames here. Toby, let's go c4. Play some English opening. I'm on 2,700. This is probably close to all-time high. Yeah, I don't have that much time to play on Chess24, so my rating is not all that great. I mean, I think if I would really put in effort, I could definitely get it to much higher. Like 2,800 something at least. That should be possible. Okay. It's a little bit unusual. Whoa. It seems he doesn't like to develop all that much. If I go knight to b5, nah, okay, I go d5 first. This is a good move anyway. Restricts his pieces, and I have clear ideas here with rook c1. From the white side, I'm probably I'm most knowledgeable in knight f3, c and c4 stuff. Okay, so he wants to checkmate me. This is a really straightforward plan, but I don't quite believe it, which costs me lots of games. I rarely believe that people really want to checkmate me and can do so successfully. So rook f6 something. It might be dangerous. It might be dangerous. Knight f6. Yeah. It gets tricky. Oh, that would be a self-mate already. Ah, Jesus. I've gotten myself into trouble again, yeah. My idea is f3. I should have just played like one or two safe moves. I mean, he was busted on the queen side anyway, so I didn't need to play it all that quickly here on the queen side. And now I've got this problem. As we say in German, jetzt haben wir den Salat, no? Ah, Satirica is in the chat. Yes, this is a line that I recommended in my English series. If you can get a good position against that, I would be very interested to know how black should accomplish that. I really think it's just not good. I mean, you should be getting something that is better than what you had in the game, of course, but it still feels like, yeah, it shouldn't be great. Okay, I was thinking f3 here. Why isn't f3 working? I mean, maybe it doesn't do all that much. That's possible. Now he just moves the queen, right? It doesn't help all that much. Here d5 is hanging. Yeah, f3 just moves the queen back. It doesn't help. It does not help. Ah, and then he wants to go g5. Very cool idea. Very cool idea. Oh my goodness. Okay, if I take, I'm getting killed, right? Yeah. So I cannot take. What a mess. Whew. At least I have some sort of counterplay. So, I mean, if he takes on f4, king f1, and if he tries like f3, rook g2, this kind of slow approach, I have stuff like check on c8 and queen to c3. So there is some sort of counterplay here for me. So this one, yeah, that looks like a good move, huh? Check, king e2, check. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, this he will probably just take. Wow. Ah. Ah. Why didn't I play a bit more cautiously? Queen g2, queen f2 seems to be holding, but I really have my doubts that the overall position should hold. Run for your life. Maybe I'm just barely surviving. Maybe. Like just about. What is the time situation? Okay, if I take here, yeah, I think I want to take. Takes with the king. I even have queen g1. I'm not sure that it really does all that much, but so he's got possible discoveries here. Wow. So check here. He probably brings the king up somewhere. If I go here now, and there's queen a5. Oh my god. he's got queen a5. I would like to kind of run away on the other side, but okay, if I go here, let's do it. I mean, I have to play a move here. Yeah, that's true. He's got the check on d3. I mean, I saw that. Oh, he doesn't do that. Why? Oh my god. e7. He cannot take it now. Then I'm mating him. Wow. I think he overlooked that one. And now, all of a sudden, I have some stuff that I can do. How to do this? I have no time. That's not good. Shoot. Unbelievable stuff. I have no way. I had no way to cover the bloody pawn. And he's got 20 something seconds. Nah, I cannot do that. Oh my god. Nah, that was still a deserved victory for him. I totally screwed that one up. I mean, okay, it's we both didn't really do a good job here, but okay, the position after the opening is just winning for white, and I shouldn't allow any kind of counterplay. And it got, I mean, more than dangerous. So, RWC91. Let's play this guy. Okay, so let's go d4 here and see what he's up to. Maybe I can play a trump here for a change. Yeah, I really don't know that opening all that well. Yeah, I had a good fight by Toby. I don't know if he's in the chat. I don't think so. Didn't see him, at least. Yeah, the position was so awful. I had to spend too much time to not lose immediately. And maybe it's still lost immediately. It's very much possible. Yeah, we have a more slowish queen pawn opening here. 92 was lame, now that I think of it. Yeah, I played this really in a really lame way. That wasn't great. I have to play e3 there, of course. Now this is just very, very equalish. Yeah, she can just take on d3. 92 is just too inoffensive. I need to do something more and a little bit more active. He's not playing. I hope that I'm not disconnected or anything. That would be sick. No, bishop g6. So okay, I'm just castling. He just keeps this on the board, which is okay. We can do that. Aha. Okay, that is interesting. Because here I feel like maybe I get a little something. Well, It's nothing special. Okay, so he just takes it. My development is a little bit better, and this pawn formation here with the double G pawn, sometimes white gets chances based on knight g5, queen h4, which would actually be very annoying if it happens. And there are some things happening here. Queen e7 is not great because of bishop h4. And if he moves it to b6, okay, he goes there. But here, the move knight g5 is interesting. He will go bishop e7 though. Maybe this for b4, b5. It could be interesting. So b4 and then a3 for a pin. Let's try. Okay, he can just go back to e7. That's not a big deal. No. Okay, it doesn't lead to much probably. b5, knight e5, very likely. Okay, so maybe I switch over here. He still cannot take b4 due to a3. And maybe b5 and then knight e5 could be something covering that, but I've got bishop d6. I don't know if it really does something. Probably not much. Maybe e4, e5 in this position. I can do this and then e4, e5. That's actually interesting. The knight has no squares. Sorry, the bishop has no squares. Rook c4 could be an idea. Yeah, he played that. I can bring the knight around though. Knight d2, rook d4, knight b3, kind of jump around. Okay. This e5 is still interesting. Maybe this one. He's got. He maybe had queen d5. Maybe he had queen d5. Funny. Okay, so I'm going to take. I don't get that working actually with e5. Maybe just rook d1. Queen b5, there is rook d8 mate, almost close to mate. So he cannot take with the queen. Fancy, but maybe good, yeah? Maybe good. I would like to really move the h pawn. Knight d2 doesn't lead to anything. What to do here? Knight g5 also very closely doesn't work. That's not good. Okay, let's go h4 here. What's the time situation like? Not great. Yeah, very good job here by RWC, defending this quite well. And now I get e5 in though. I don't know if it does much, but I'll go for it. So what's the deal? I probably should get out of the from the back rank. Rook c2. So yeah, he's got that covered. Yeah, rook there is really lame, but my queen isn't doing anything here. Let's do it. Probably. This isn't all that brilliant either. Huh, why did I trade queen? That's a bad... What a bad idea to trade the rook here. My queen is still not doing anything at all. Wow, that was a really terrible decision. Whoa, okay. Unbelievably bad game. I have no squares here. No squares for the queen. It's just terribly bad. Yeah, let's not make a pre-move here. You can just take g5. Okay. Okay. Wow. What are you doing to me? Playing like a genius all of a sudden. And he played well before, but now every move is like 100% the best. Great stuff. But RWC. So, am I somehow defending this here? Maybe I do. I do defend this on position, but I lose on time. Position is just a draw, of course, but it's a time loss. Yeah, it was a deserved time win for him, definitely. I mean, I really played this like a moron. I had just a better position and then played it. He outplayed me really, yeah. And wow, he gets like 50 points from that. That's cool stuff. Okay, well, the position is a draw. I can blockade here, but it's yeah, it was a well-deserved victory for sure. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? Jaguar. A couple of guys in there who have never played me, so I play those preferably. Get new opponents in. But Jaguar should make a move, otherwise it's kind of bad. Okay, so we've got a move. Yeah, I really couldn't get anywhere in that game. He played that really well. And at the outset it must have been good, I think, but didn't get anywhere. So let's see what he does against the Banco. B3, yeah, here E6 is quite strong. Okay, the one problem is that the move knight to e4 tends to be quite tricky early on. But here I can also do bishop b7. Let's start with bishop b7. And now I think I'll go for that. Queen f6 is a tricky idea that often yeah, actually gets missed here by white players. Okay, maybe he can play. Okay, maybe he can pin my e4 knight. Hello to Bornali in the chat. Yeah, I think he's a regular in the chat and here in the Banter sessions in general. Yeah, Queen f6 picks up his rook here on a1. But maybe he can play like knight d2 and confuse me. It seems like white is a bit confused now. Let's see what he's playing. Jaguar. Queen to c2. Okay, so I basically have to, right? In, what is that? In for a penny, in for a pound or something like that. I have to take it. And I also have to take this. Knight c3 doesn't really do all that much. I can take it. And I have queen a5. Yeah, a rook is a rook is a rook. If I take d2, bishop b7, queen b1, queen takes, knight takes, bishop takes a8. I'm a piece up, but am I really saving this? I don't know. I don't think I do. Okay, my queen is not in particular danger. I can always go back here. So I can go d5 here. It looks extremely loose, but I'm not playing in the Bundesliga at the moment. I'm playing for my hometown club. It's the club that that I joined more than 20 years ago when I started with chess, and I've rejoined this club a couple of years ago. So I'm basically not doing it like like the Bundesliga teams do, where they buy all the foreign players. I went back to my hometown club and play there. We play in the third league, which is also kind of good. I regularly get players that are around my level, sometimes higher, sometimes a bit lower, but it's usually 2,400 stuff. I played the Benko Gambit here, or the Volga Gambit, as it is usually called in European chess circles. The Benko Gambit is the English word, English name usually. So all the way back here to c7, and my queen has got a long journey, but it got some, it won some material here. f4, so I might even be able to castle. e4, okay, d4, no. Yeah, oh, why not? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Let's not open the position too much. Knight g5 is actually threatening mate, so it's something. Okay, here now he threatens the discovery. Okay, so let's get this rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. A full rook is too much. Yeah, Bonardi says he could get the youth board in the second Bundesliga. There's no youth board. Oh, yeah, there's a youth board in the second Bundesliga. You're right, yeah. You're right. Okay, let's pin this. Yeah, the second league is very strong. Okay, Jaguar resigned. Thanks for the game, Jaguar. The second Bundesliga is very strong, especially second Bundesliga West section, which is the league that I played in last year with my club. And I can tell you this is tough. I mean, it's really, really tough. On board one, I got mostly grandmasters. The strongest player I faced was Luke van Wely, and it wasn't a very pleasurable experience. He just killed me. Oh, my opinion about Paco Vallejo, Spanish player, I don't know. I don't have a particular opinion about him. I mean, he's a very strong grandmaster for a very long time, I think. I don't know him personally or anything like that. Yeah, here, David 4997. I got, I won the e5 pawn by capturing on c6, and I'm just a pawn up, basically. He doesn't really have any meaningful compensation that I can see. I try to get the knight to c4 here. It looks good on that square. Maybe I can take his bishop. Bishop g5 coming up. Yeah, Luke Van Willy also had a very nice Banter Blitz session for Chess24. I think that was a really good one. It is. It's been a couple of months. I think he. I don't know. Maybe he was around for the candidates or something. No. Maybe he was around for the candidates. I'm not quite sure. It was a really nice session that Luke did. Yeah, Bishop g5. I'm just asking this knight what it's going to do. Yeah, and he decided to cover it. Bornali asked, he's got 1900 at age 12 to 13. If he could win some games in the youth board for the second Bundesliga. No, you won't win any game probably. The thing is that there is no youth board per se. You have a team formation of 16 players in the Bundesliga, and 2 of those they are always youth players for some reason. And but that does not mean that if you play on one of the lower boards you would meet a younger guy. That's absolutely not happening. You can play anybody, and if you play let's say last board 8, yeah, you usually get opponents that are like at least FIDE master strength. Okay, that doesn't mean that you cannot score against them if you've got 1900, but it's a wrong conception if you think you would play other junior players. The timeline of Sicilian is fine, of course, yeah. If you score well with it, go ahead. I think it's a really cool opening, and Robin van Kampen has a really excellent repertoire here on Chess24 about it. I think it's an excellent choices there for black. I am also thinking about playing it, but I have to say that most of the time, if I study a new opening nowadays, I try to basically learn it on my own and make up my own mind, and with the clear idea to publish something about this later. So I'd rather learn some other line than just use something that somebody else has published. So I'd rather analyze myself and get something published. But I looked at Robin's series and it's excellent. It's really excellent. I mean, I would the Taimanov is an opening line in the Sicilian that I like a lot, and that I would actually love to to do something on my own, yeah, to publish something on that as well. But it's a bit difficult because he already has done a very, very good job, and with everything that you do now as an author, you have to withstand the comparison with what Robin did, and it's not that easy to do something that is really better, if possible at all. I mean, you have to invest lots of time, and I don't really know if I have that at the moment. Okay, I stepped on the side here because I wanted the F pawn to be involved. Knight on F5 is really strong. I might be able to go G4. I want to go G4, knight back to G3. Oh, play the French, please. Me and the French defense, that is a long story and it's not a nice one. I've scored so badly with this opening. If you know my YouTube channel, then you probably know those stories. Okay, so F5 is a good move here. Let's just go forward. Knight to F6 coming up. Yeah, I know it looks like it gives the knight a good square, but the knight can go nowhere. And the rook here, wait. Oh, but I can do this, huh? And this rook has no squares. Yeah, thanks for the game, David. Watch out for your e5 pawn in the Ruy Lopez. You played the Berlin first, and here now after d3. This is a moment where you have to think about the pawn. You cannot. Bishop e7 basically gives it away. Okay, so who do we have here? We have Surt denied. Surt denied. Okay, let's go with one more 1e4 and to challenge myself a little bit. Not my usual opening. I can actually paint that. Funny. Okay, Surt denied. Are you around? Doesn't look like it. It was an older challenge. I mean, there are lots of guys around. I think I'll do the count to 3. Like 1, 2, 3, abort. Okay. I don't really like to wait for a long time. There are so many challenges. Wino Spider is actually challenging me. Okay, I'd have to take. I'm not sure what Butterfly. Butterfly is a question about the knight off, but I'm not quite sure what he says. There's much critical lines for black. What is my opinion? If I think if there are many lines, or what I do think about lines that are critical, I'm really not an expert, I have to say. I mean, this opening is constantly played on the top level, so there can never be something that is like extremely bad for black or anything. In general, it all depends what your level of play is. Looking at your rating, there's really nothing to worry about. I would just play the opening. One thing is, in the knight off, it's often very, very sharp and forced, and it's something you have to choose carefully. What to do there, if you go for side lines or go with the absolute main lines all the time. In some cases, it's really not that easy to play the main lines every time. Yeah, bishop g5, maybe. Yeah, this is something against bishop g5. It will be difficult to play something that is not the super most critical line at all. I mean, there is no side line or anything. You just have to go with one of the super sharp main lines. But this is why you play the knight off. If you want to have an easy life, play the Rubinstein French or maybe the Petrov or something. Or even that is not an easy life per se. The first opening I learned with white, I played d4 actually. I didn't play e4. Sometimes I did, but I mostly played d4 style openings, which was mostly because when I started with chess in the late 1980s, there were those World Championship matches between Karpov and Kasparov, and okay, they had e4 games, but it was mostly d4 what they played, especially when Karpov recognized that he was getting nowhere against Kasparov's knight off. And then Karpov started to play, let's think for a moment here. Then Karpov started to play d4, and we got many d4 openings. Queen's Gambits, King's Indian, whatever. Yeah, f5 is, I'm preparing to go d4, but he has bishop b3. I took a moment there to fully take that in. Yeah, there are easy lines against the bishop g5 line and the knight of the thing is, are they good? Yeah, are they really good? I looked at e6 knight c6 once, and ultimately it looks shaky. There's a question by Kasper Off. If you can learn chess, and if you can improve by just using books, or do you need a chess trainer? Okay, well, I am a chess teacher, so if I would think that a chess teacher is completely useless, I would simply be in the wrong profession. Of course, it helps to have a chess coach, but you can also do many things, most of the things on your own. It depends a bit on also what you expect from a trainer, from a coach. He can show you many things, but he can also help you to structure your own work, and it can make your work a little bit accountable. Like help you to actually do the things that you want to do. This is also an important thing. Many people are actually buying books, and they get all kinds of things, but they actually don't work. And a chess coach can help you to work in a more disciplined way. Just about chess information, you can get lots of great information nowadays, of course, without a trainer. Yeah, you can get many things even on YouTube or the internet in general. So it is not an absolute necessity to have a coach. It is really not, but it is helpful. It depends on your preferences and also what you simply can afford financially. I never had a chess trainer myself when I was a kid. I did everything on my own, and back then we had really it was we didn't have as much information available. It was all very, very basic. There is no French video series for Black on Chess24. Okay. I have no idea, to be honest. It's a very popular opening. Yeah, they should get someone to do it, I think. But it's definitely not me. I mean, I would love to do more content, but I really sucked so much at the French defense. I'm totally the wrong person to do to ask and do a video. I think it would be a completely. Oh, what did I do here? Nothing. Okay. For a moment I thought I did blunder this. Okay, but I didn't. So, yeah, a good defense here by Wino Spidey gave me a really, really big center there. That was very nice. But at the end for white, I think very difficult to handle. So, do we have some guy there I haven't played? Butterfly? No. Dirkje. I haven't played Dirkje, so I'm going to play Dirkje. Let's go, Dirkje. Knight f3. There's a question. Do I prepare opening with a good pawn structure or gambits? Okay, tell me, name a few true gambits that are actually good if you play strong players. And if you really think hard, you will come up like with maybe 2 or 3, and everything else is just bad. So, no, I mean, the only gambit that is currently in my repertoire, a real gambit, would be the Banco. And, well, okay, I play Queen's Gambit and things like that, but there are not many really true gambits that are good. The King's Gambit is bad, the Evans Gambit isn't good, and so on. Many of those romantic openings nowadays are basically more or less refuted by the computer, or at least they don't promise anything. In case of the King's Gambit, I mean, white fights for equality, and in the Evans it's probably equal, but I mean, those kind of things, they really have changed in the last couple of decades. It's difficult to play a gambit, at least on a higher level. I mean, I usually play IMs and GMs in over-the-board chess, and on that level, I don't think openings, those gambit openings, are worthwhile even exploring. So I rarely play anything in gambit style, simply because there isn't much. It's not like I'm afraid to sacrifice a pawn, but there isn't anything good. There isn't anything good around. Okay, I took there, and okay, he went with the d pawn. Okay, knight to b5. Is he going for d3 here? Maybe he is. That's an interesting idea. Interesting idea, yeah. d3. Oh, he didn't do it. It was interesting, yeah. d3 was interesting. Dirkje. This looks very difficult now for him. I can take b7, but I can also go here, which looks quite strong. Yeah, this is extremely strong. After queen d1, I can take on e7. And this wins everything. I don't know, does he have a playable move even with the queen? Looks weird. He doesn't really have a good move, I think. Yeah, here I can take e7, right? Check. Yeah, rook e7, rook c8. Or does a king move? No, I can take with check, so I'm ending up but let's look at a moment. But I'm ending up with a piece here, right? I'm a piece up. Oh sure, the anti-Moscow. Yeah, that's an acceptable gambit, sure. But this is like happening on move 10, yeah. One of those early gambits, yeah, like I know the Albans or the Latvian, or so they are almost invariably bad. I mean, with black, you're really down to one or two openings where gambit play is really okay. You've got against d4 is just a banco. Everything else you can forget about. Okay, thanks for the game, Dirkje. We really can forget about anything else. And what else do we have? Against e4, there's a bit more. The Schliemann is okay, which is also kind of half gambit. Oftentimes black isn't even a pawn down. And maybe the two knights, which is also a gambit in some lines, is okay. Sure, there are sacrifices in the Grunfeld. That's absolutely true. But with gambit openings, it's really like openings that sacrifice a pawn early on. And there are not that many around that are good. Black here is mixing the knight off. Yeah, thanks for the game, Dirkje. He's in the chat as well. He's mixing the knight off here with the dragon. I would like to, maybe I have the time to play stuff like that. I want to go bishop h6, but I cannot. It's a little bit. Well, okay, I can play bishop h6, theoretically speaking. Probably not. Okay. Yeah, just knight d5 maybe. It isn't bad. Okay. Sure, the Marshall. Yeah, against e4 there is more. Yeah, the Marshall gambit is fine, of course. And there's also with white the Marshall a gambit against the semi-Slav. The triangle is of course also fine, but all those openings that have gambit in their name, yeah, like the Budapest gambit or the Albans, they really don't work. Okay, I go c4 here. So it's a 3-minute game. I have to be aware of that. Brutal Man is asking about d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, and g3, and not the BOGO. What to do? Tja, the Catalan is a pest, right? I mean, in this move order, you can play 3 c5 for Benoni. I don't know if you like this. Benoni is interesting. And maybe you can also go for mainline Catalan with 4 takes, 4 d takes c4. There are many lines to choose from. I think it's difficult for black to get something going anyway. If you are okay with equality, you just play the main line, as Jan did in his video series. I think it's an excellent repertoire what he suggested. The only issue with these lines is they are somewhat drawish, but okay, it's what it is. Yeah, queen g5. It's a bit irritating. I just want to take g7 and maybe f5 if he allows me to do that. Yeah, here I can take f5, I thought. Okay, so here bishop h5 is kind of interesting. Yeah, threatened checkmate. Yeah, I think he has to go bishop f6. I mean, it looks bad, but queen takes. Huh? Yeah, okay, queen takes h7, rook g7, this kind of thing. I don't have a mate. The good thing is I have a little bit of time. Okay, he's got rook there. Okay. Not totally happy here. It probably does win, but it's still kind of confusing. I cannot really tell why we see less of the Catalan nowadays. I still think we see it. We see that opening quite often. It's really hard to say. I mean, if anything, it's probably that that the main line is an issue for white to get something against. They tried bishop d2 for a very long while, and I don't know if this is really leading to all that much. But I'm not a huge expert, really. This is something probably where, you rather should ask Jan if he has got one of his opening clinics lined up. I have a good general opening knowledge, really, but this is I can only speculate, really. I don't really know the thing, what the reasoning could be. It's also a little bit of fashion now and then. Okay, takes it. Nonan. Yeah, here it's important, by the way. This is seen very often on the club level, that knight f6 is played against the queen's gambit. And e4 is not that great. Knight f3 is a bit stronger. It's often... white often doesn't do that. And after e4, black gets into decent shape. But here, okay, here I'm winning lots of time. Let's just develop here. Yeah, I don't want him to trade, but how to do this? Maybe f4 here, right? It is difficult for him. If he takes, f takes, his bishop can come into real trouble, and f5 is also an option now. I'm actually threatening f5 here, right? Winning. Oh. I'm trapping his bishop here. Nonan, your bishop is gone. Yeah. Taking e6 next move. The advantage of 4 knight e3 is that after e4, I can maybe show that briefly afterwards. Let's develop. It would be cool if I somehow can manage to entomb his bishop here. That would be cool. That can easily happen if we try. After g5, it will be very difficult for him to ever get it out. Oh, I didn't even see that castles is still is still on. Okay, so trade if you are material up. And here I'm almost 2 pieces up as the bishop on g7 cannot move. Oh. Yeah, if black does not go for the white does not go for the Catalan, you have many queen's gambit lines to choose from. I would always recommend the Tartakova because this is a really good balance between solidity and interesting game. If I just need a check and this king is mated almost. It's difficult to check him. On d8 would be cool. I don't get there. Or do I? Knight c5, b7, d8. Can try. It's a bit crude what I'm trying here, but okay, I think it should work. Yeah. Not playing that all too well. If you want to look at games in the Tartakova, a good choice is to go with Nigel Short. And Bruto, man, it's not a bad idea to once in a while write something like please or something, yeah? Writing it like you are entitled to full information about everything, including, I don't know, whatever. I mean, I'm happy to help, but it helps to be a little bit friendly once in a while. Okay, so I'm getting this, but it isn't ideal, right? I certainly had a better position at one point. The a pawn is somewhat dangerous. Oh, yeah, I'm just about there, but oh, let's take it. How do I keep the pawn here? I guess I don't. Wow. I guess I don't. Wow, then I played really terribly. Wow. I totally squandered this advantage. I totally did. Oh my god. What's the time like? Yeah, I mean it's just a draw, of course. He's got too much stuff. Yeah. Okay, I'm offering a draw. Yeah, that's totally bad. Yeah. Okay, very good game here by Nonan. He saved this absolutely bad position, or I don't know. I saved it for him. I don't know. Of course, yeah, that wasn't all that great. Okay, so let's get on with the next game here against Fowley. That yeah, I haven't played him before. So Fowley, let's get going. Yeah, I really played bad technically, but I was distracted a little bit by the chat. So we have this Scotch game here, and let's see what Fowley is doing. Okay, I'm attacking e4 here. Okay, yeah, my development is quite good. So rook e8, d5 is something that makes sense. White has to be a bit cautious with f3. Okay, rook e8, g5, knight e4, right? So he cannot just go g5 here. No. Wow. Okay, if I take now, I mean he has rook h3, but I think this is good, right? That was too aggressive, I think, what White tried here. And now I can smash here. Yeah, rook takes. There's no rook h3 to save the bishop. Yeah, this is why I went d5 first and not sacrifice on e4 immediately. c5 against the advanced Carrow. This is a very interesting line. So Fowley resigned. Yeah, that was too aggressive. I think what you tried there. Didn't have enough development. Yeah, c5 is interesting. I mean, it's a line that is played by some people basically every game, like Igor Chenkin, for example. I don't think it can be all that bad if it is played that often by such a strong GM. But it is sharp. It's probably less serious than bishop f5, but it's still quite substantial because it's tough. There are some very sharp lines that white can try. Yeah, hi Shako. Moin und good luck is what he's saying. Yeah, good luck to you as well. So, I think here, do I go bishop b2? I don't need to. I can also actually take. It's kind of interesting. And now I remember. c5. I wonder if that is an idea. Kind of unconventional, but kind of interesting. Who's going to win the Bundesliga? If you mean in chess, I think Baden-Baden will do it. They have the strongest team. They usually do. The modern defense is a good fighting opening. It's a little bit trickier, of course. I mean, it's a sharp opening. It's something that you should play if you are not adverse to risk. So it's one of those things that I always wanted to learn for some games, that to just have a fighting position, but ultimately never managed due to time reasons. Okay, so he's preparing e5 here. I wonder. This for b4. I don't know, a5. The knight h4. Oh, no, now I have knight h4. I start with this. I think f6 is not a good idea. I was thinking about knight h4 anyway, and now I definitely will play it. Get this in. Yeah, sure, the other teams in the Bundesliga are also very strong. But you asked me for a tip, and I really, the last time I made a prediction in a team event, it went terribly wrong because I thought that the Chinese team would be doing good at the Chess Olympiad, and we all know how that ended. Okay, so f5 is what he did. Queen up? No. I mean, okay, I can check and go queen h5, and he has to basically give up the bishop after queen h5. Yeah, I think I'll do it. The queen is also quite active on h4, so I don't really mind this that much. Okay, I can take on f5 here, right? Or is there some big trick? I don't see it. 1d6 against 1d4, if it's a good idea, if you know the modern defense. Yeah, I think this is a pretty interesting way to play. Okay, I wonder, what is he doing here? It's like, is he going queen f6 or something? But okay, I can take e7. Queen f2 is no mate. Maybe I even had c5. Huh? Yeah, that was. I don't really see a good move here for Shako. Oh, okay, but I can take the. Yeah, I can take the queen. And now knight f7 or just take. I think I'm just going to be very, very boring here. Play in technical way. I have a couple of extra pawns and excellent control. It's 2 pawns actually. I was thinking it was more, but it's 2. What? Donald Trump said the US doesn't have chess grandmasters. Really? That's funny. I mean, they just won the chess Olympiad, yeah? So probably there are no grandmasters involved. Well, okay, it's not something that you need to know to become the president of the United States. Yeah, I once saw a clip of Hillary Clinton in a TV show where she correctly identified Irina Krush from a lineup, and they all pretended to be chess grandmasters, and she picked correctly. Okay, so what's this? Let's enter here with the knight. Rook to e6 looks good. I'm not going to screw that one up. Okay. Not even I am going to screw that one up. Okay, so good game here by Shako. I think the main issue was f6. Here you're still okay, right? But f6, f6 gave me all those nice squares. Okay, I'm going to go for one more game. I had this late start, but still one more game, maybe with 3 minutes. A 3-minute game. Moby is on here for a 3-minute game. Let's do it. I wanted to explain why 3 knight f3 was good. Yes, I will do that. I will do that. Okay, come on. I'll do this game, and then I'm going to explain to you this thing in the Queen's Gambit. How to convince someone to play to study the bishop knight mate who wants to. Yeah, I mean, I understand that some of you waited the whole show, but it's just 90 minutes, and it's an extremely long list of players, so it's not so easy to play against everybody. In fact, I think it's basically impossible to play against all of you. I think there is a new Banter show coming tomorrow, I think. Not totally sure. It's all in the schedule. Yeah, knight bd2, I'm not happy about this move so much, but I'd like to get in h3 and get rid of this pin. The pin is extremely annoying here. Sounds like a cheap excuse. Okay. Yeah, it's the only one that I have. It's the only one that I have. So let's see. I need to support the pawn. Interesting. Knight comes to c5 maybe. Okay, rook d6, probably not, but maybe h4, h5 is something that I can do. He's stopping this. Okay. If you're a positional player, which opening is good for black? Well, that depends, first of all, if you're talking e4 or d4. And it's not so clear cut. Even if you specify this, yeah, there are many ways to play certain openings. The Sicilian, for example, does not have to be razor sharp in every line. There are many strategically focused players who play the Sicilian. And also the same with 1e5, which is often quoted as a good opening for the strategist, correctly so, but there are also very sharp lines in e4, e5. So it's really not a clear-cut thing. Okay, so let's go. Maybe he goes knight 6. Yeah. I misunderestimated this, to quote George W. Bush. Yeah, he's got some good pressure against the pawn. Let's get some space. Maybe I get in g4 and possibly get this attack on the king side going. g4. Okay, he wants to take this. Probably he will. Yeah, computers are still have some issues with understanding the King's Indian defense correctly. It's still the case. It's better, of course, now compared to former times, but they still have issues understanding it. Okay, so bishop g6. I'm a little bit exposed here with my king. Let's just cover stuff here. That's probably not the best move, but I don't want to face some checks. Okay, I wanted to show this opening that we talked about. Why this is more precise here. We had this opening here. And if you play e4 here, black goes back, attacking this on e4, knight c3, and now black has the good move e5. And this is a bit of a problem for white. If you take now, black captures, and okay, this isn't doing all that much. And king takes, knight g4, gets the pawn back as well. So this isn't great. And it's really not easy to do something else. Something like this. Black is, oh no, not bishop b4. I think c6. He attacks the center, and it's not easy to hold. So this is also good for him. So it's better to start with this move and only next play e4. Yeah, usually something that works. e4, knight b6, and then h3. This is the only thing that you need to know. And white is enjoying a very comfortable form of the Grunfeld, where black hasn't traded on c3 and black has very little counterplay. Okay, guys, I hope you liked the show. It was a bumpy start with my weird microphone issues that I still don't fully comprehend how they came up, but I still think it was an enjoyable meeting this week. I'll be back next week. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye for today.